Hello friends, now this is a third lecture on history of language. First one is origin of language, then second we have got poo-poo theory, ding-dong theory, then bow-bow theory and gesture theory, he-ho theory, lala theory, tata theory, and also putting the baby down theory. Then the second lecture was on Indo-European family. What is the meaning of Indo-European? The languages spoken today in India and Europe. They have descended from this Proto-Indo-European. That was, we saw, spoken by savages. Savages means 3000 BC. Then what else were they? They were colonists? No. So you can see, they lived here. This is the Black Sea. Black Sea. Around this place they lived. And then, before the dawn of history, they migrated to different places. Understand? There is diffusion of that group of people. Maybe they were Aryans, right? We do not know. There's diffusion. So that is our map also is now slowly diffusing. That's it, it's going forward. Okay, sir. So then what happens is you can see from here diffused going to different places. Then you can see here you have this our you say we have our India here. So to the east they went. This is the east. East. This is the west. You can see here Italy, you can see Germany, you can see France, England here, see London. Can you see this? London. This is England. The small, this very small size, but still I think from the direction that I am showing here. So that is west. So from this center, some people migrate to the west. Today you have got France, Germany, England and so on, and you have Spain, etc. And now then the others here to this east, to this. You have got this India, you have got Pakistan, India, then you have got here. So they did not go to China, it seems. They did not go to China. Up to this they migrated. You can see Baltic regions and so on. And so this is east and this is west. From the center, some of them migrated to the eastern part and then western part. As you can, without my telling you, at that time there was no Spain, there was no England, nothing. These names came, all these things came later. Understand? So this is what it is. 3000 BC, the savages who spoke this Indo-European language, nobody has ever heard them speak. So that's what conjectures. Philologists, they are making conjectures and their imagination very reasonably works, and they found out, they reconstructed the language, because present day Sanskrit, Italian, so this Latin, Greek, etc., you will find similar words. Therefore, the scholars, naturally they can think that these languages were once they were related. Suppose one of you find one of your distant uncle or a cousin somewhere in Russia. See that? So after the 500 years, 1000 years or so. When you talk, then you say, yes, our great grandfather was there in Calcutta, from there moved, etc. Then he becomes a member of the family. Understand? Their genetic pool is there. That is the thing. So here also there is genetic pool, which is the genetic stuff here, vocabulary, words. And therefore, they reconstructed this language, Proto-Indo-European. They found that, and most of these languages now spoken in the west and east of Black Sea. There are some similarities. Therefore, they consider that this belongs to a family. I think it is clear. The map is also has made things clear to you a bit more. That is, bit more in the sense that just become vivid and lively and vivid. Because if I say this is Black Sea, instead that if I say this is Black Sea, then you can understand it much better. Understand? That is the only help or the advantage of bringing this map here. And nothing else except that it gives you clear picture, clarity. Understand? That is the reason. That is the reason why I have got the map and shown you this. Then the Indo-European family, the thing we have seen already, So the BC, 3000 BC, and then BCE, that is today we don't say BC because before Christ now, that's to be more secular we say before common era. Okay, then there's people spread like this, different parts, east this side and west this side. See that? Now that is migrations. Nomads, they may be nomads for agricultural purposes or for hunter-gatherers they may be. They were hunting and gathering, and then after that maybe miles to go for catching a prey. So afterwards they did not return, they remained there. From there they went to another place. So all these things can happen. And therefore their language also travelled with them, you can say, or they took the language with them. And this language might have mixed with the other languages. Example, Semitic group. Semitic family does not come under Indo-European. That is Hebrew, Syriac and so on. So they don't come under this. So probably they might have mixed and the dialects might have happened. I mean, dialects must have developed. There is a story in the Bible, no? They could not understand each other and then they went in the Tower of Babel. So, the Babel of tongues, there is a phrase. That means when you cannot understand what the group members say each other, it's called Babel of tongues. Maybe some such things might have happened, we don't know. Those things are all, I should say that these are conjectures, possibilities. Okay, so, but philologists, they will not be satisfied with this kind of explanation. There are two very important, very significant names in this. Made a profound contribution to this. One is Johannes Schmidt. Johannes Schmidt, S-C-H-M-I-D-T. S-C-H-M-I-D-T, and the other is August Schleicher, S-C-H-L-E-I-C-H-E-R. These 1, 2, they made significant contributions to find out this diffusion and differentiation. They gave a scientific explanation. And this scientific explanation, two theories. Johannes Schmidt, he said, his theory is called wave theory. Wave theory. That's his theory. So according to him, dialect differences. The point is this, dialect differences ultimately paved the way for development of new languages. So you have got Indo-European, see that? And here you have got Indo-European. And this is explained by Euler diagram. Euler, written, the spelling is E-U-L-E-R, but the pronunciation is Euler. Euler diagram. The Euler diagram is overlapping diagrams. Say like this, Indo-European, then you have got here one, and another one, then another dialect. From there we have another dialect. From we have got another dialect. Here another dialect. Dialect means a spoken variety of a language. Spoken variety of a language, that is dialect. For example, in I know about myself, Kerala, Central Travancore, you have got one type of Malayalam. The people in Central Travancore, they will say that, or Central Kerala, they will say that is standard one. But when you get North, there is difference in vocabulary and pronunciation and so on. See, here it is a child, Malayalam, Kutti. But in the northern side, they will say Klava. That is, the literal meaning is calf. You understand? So that is only an example I have just given you. And then, vocabulary, that's the in this very same state I am saying. That means there is a dialect. This is a dialect. There is another dialect in the southern Kerala. Southern Kerala, they have got a particular way of pronouncing O. They will not say O, but they will say A. So they will say, they won't say brother-in-law, but they will say brother-in-law. Dialect. But it's Malayalam. Like that, spoken variety. Can be local variety, it can be an area. See, larger variety and so on. So this spoken dialects, for example, Indo-European here, then you have got again another variety here, another variety here. See, the important point to note is in Euler diagram, not totally independent. See, suppose this is a dialect. Then you have a new dialect. Part of the parent dialect is still here. Then afterwards, suppose something else, another dialect happens. This part may not be found in this. Like that. Ultimately, what will happen? A new language. But the genetic material will be there, means the vocabulary will be there. Vocabulary for using, say, words for day-to-day life, family relationship, then animals, tools, farming tools and so on. That will be there. So this is the way other languages develop. See this. Other language, again language, again language. See, you have got all kinds of language. This is what we call wave theory. Wave theory. And then August later, he has another explanation. He says his explanation is, but I was very neat, like cutting the cake into pieces. He says, and his theory is known as pedigree theory. Pedigree theory. That is Indo-European. That is 2 divided, again that divided into 4, and this is divided again like this. This is a tree diagram. It is shown by a tree diagram. The other one is Euler. But written EULER. Euler diagram. It's tree diagram. Indo-European branching. Understand? This is pedigree theory. The other is wave theory. So these are 2 explanations for theory supporting or explaining the diffusion and differentiation of Indo-European languages and development of maybe partially independent, fully independent, or even partially new. Anyway, whatever it is, as we have seen, Proto-Indo-European, it is, the scholars say, there's 2 branches. Broadly speaking, this branch is, we say, East, Western, Western branch of the Western branch of the Indian, and this is Eastern branch. EASTERN. Sometimes capital letter when I write in, I will make mistake. I say EAST, Eastern, correct? No? WEST, Western. So that is the first division. This is reconstructed division. There is no such neat subdivision like this. Remember 3000 BC. Remember spoken by the savages. Did they say that, oh, you are Western, you are no? So the dreams or even conjectures of philologists. We have to somehow study. After all, how do you say that the human appearance of humans millions and millions of years ago? But now we are reconstructing. Maybe it is possible with your artificial intelligence and new methods and so on, no? New knowledge also. And the Eastern branch you have got 4. That is, you have an Indo-Iranian branch. Not neatly divided like this. There are many other groups within this. And then you have got the Indo-Iranian, and you have got Albanian, Armenian, Balto-Slavic. That is the Russian languages. Indo-Iranian comes Sanskrit, Indian languages. You have Prakrit, from Prakrit you have got the from languages, we have Punjabi, Marathi and all those things. Okay, Sanskrit. Western branch you have got Celtic, then Italic, from where you have got Latin, then Hellenic, where you have got Greek and Germanic. Or the all important branch. Sorry, I will write it here. Germanic. For as far as English is concerned, Germanic. So these are the 8, and then later on 2 more groups of languages the philologists they discovered. There is Anatolian, and Hittite. So altogether so far we have 10 groups. For they are not been included in either Western or Eastern, because there is some complication there. That's the reason. For the timing, let us understand this much, because our great scholars, philologists, they have told us that there are 8 main branches, and these 8 main branches they come under 2 divisions. One is Western, the other is Eastern. So in Western we have Celtic. Celtic means, you know this. You may know this, that English is not native language of England. The native language of England was Celtic. Now you see the Celts you will find in Scotland and Ireland. And then from where did you get English? That you will see Anglo-Saxons and Jutes came from Germany and they settled down in England. It is their language that we are studying, that is English. Understand? Yes? Yes. So here Celtic, that is very old. Italic, that is Latin, then Hellenic, Greek, our homage language, then Germanic is where we find the English language. Then out of Low German, Germanic is also got divisions, and out of this High German and Low German, so in Low German you have got English. So actually the founders of English language and England, they came from Germany. Understand that? That's the point. Now when you understand these things, you know that we are all speaking almost the language of of a common ancestor, then why should we, there shouldn't be any reason why we should fight for language. Sometimes you can say, for language people are fighting. You should use this language, you should use that. And so all the same, their cousins, brothers, sisters, second cousin, third cousins, brother-in-law, sister-in-law and all. It's a big family. And this big family is Indo-European family of languages. I think so far it's all right. What is Indo-European? Then how they are divided, the broad divisions, Eastern and Western. Within this Eastern, within Western, we have got 4 more divisions. And in the Eastern, we have got Indoeuropean, Armenian, Albanian, Balto-Slavic. And then in Western, we have got Celtic, Italic, Hellenic, and Germanic. The most important. I think you are following me. And you have got 2 more. So Anatolian, Hittite, later discovery. But they also belong to the Indo-European family. I hope you are enjoying and you are following following the track. You are on the track again in Indo-Europe. Far away, 3,000 years BCE. Before the dawn of history, all these things happened, and now we are happily learning these things because of the efforts made by great scholars like August Schleicher and Ras Grimm, Jacob Grimm's Law. I have already given 3 lectures on Grimm's Law. That is 2 on Grimm's Law and one on Karl Werner's Law. We can go through that. Before even before I thought of doing this in the history of English language, I did it on a request from a student. A student got to me saying that please explain this. So I explained that. So we have 3. You can also, if you want to go through that, and if you are enjoying, then you can do some help me also. That is, you can express your liking. Then you can share with your friends. You can subscribe and tell your friends also to subscribe to my channel. Okay? So bye. Have a nice time. So give and take. Have a nice time. Enjoy. Take it easy.